If you've got chickens, you know the feed bill. It's that constant, nagging expense. But what if you could just get rid of it? Like, completely. Today, we're going to break down an incredible, time-tested method from homesteader John Seymour that flips the script, turning your chickens from a recurring cost into a self-sufficient workforce for your entire garden. All right, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll expose the big lie about commercial feed. Then, we're diving into the three core systems: the chicken tractor, the rotation grazing system, and the orchard access system. After that, we'll see how it all fits together and, the best part, what that amazing payoff looks like. Okay, let's start with the big one, the problem every single chicken owner deals with, that endless river of cash flowing into commercial feed bags. Yeah, for a lot of folks with just a small backyard flock, this number is probably all too familiar, right? It's a cost we've all been taught to just accept as part of the deal. But the whole argument here is that it absolutely doesn't have to be. And this quote from Seymour really hits the nail on the head. The whole idea is that the feed industry has done an amazing job marketing a dependency. They've convinced us that their processed, bagged grain is somehow better than what nature has been providing for, well, forever. So this means we need a total mind shift. We have to stop seeing our chickens as these helpless pets just waiting for us to fill their feeder. We need to start seeing them for what they truly are, these incredibly efficient foragers, literally designed to find their own food and balance their own diet. Our only job is to give them a chance to do it. So let's get into the first system. This is where you actually put your chickens to work, turning them into the best garden prep crew you could ever ask for. The concept is it's simple, but it's genius. It's a movable coop with no floor. Think of it like a magnifying glass for all that natural chicken behavior. You concentrate all their scratching, their pecking, their pooping right onto a garden bed, exactly where you need all that good work done. And it's just this simple, repeatable cycle. The chickens get an absolute feast of fresh greens, bugs, and weeds. And what do you get in return? A perfectly tilled, perfectly fertilized garden bed that's ready to plant. They do all the work, they feed themselves, and you get incredible soil. It's a total win-win. Okay, the chicken tractor is fantastic for your veggie beds, but what about a consistent, year-round source of fresh greens? Well, that brings us to system number 2, which is designed for exactly that, plus a huge bonus. This is called the Balfour method, and its real genius comes down to one simple, brilliant idea. You separate the chicken's intense, destructive scratching from their more gentle grazing. When you do this, you stop them from turning their beautiful pasture into a sad dust bowl, and, as you're about to see, you create something amazing in the process. You can see the rhythm here, right? While the flock is grazing down one pen, the other one is busy regrowing. It's a self-renewing buffet for them. And at the same time, over in their special scratching pen, they're taking all your kitchen scraps and garden waste and turning it into what Seymour calls magnificent compost, just by doing what they love, scratching around for bugs. Now this third system, this might be the easiest one of all to put into practice, and it solves a problem that drives every orchard owner crazy: pests. You're basically turning your flock into a winter sanitation crew for your fruit trees. The idea is just so simple. During the winter, when all your fruit trees are dormant, the chickens can't do any harm. But they can do a ton of good. They are perfectly designed little hunters, seeking out and gobbling up all the nasty overwintering insects and larvae that would hatch in the spring and destroy your fruit crop. But listen, the timing here is absolutely critical. You let them do their thing all winter long, cleaning the place up. But the key, the most important part, is you have to move them out as soon as you see those delicate little fruit buds starting to form. That one simple step protects your harvest while giving you months of free pest control and free fertilizer. So, okay, we've got these 3 powerful systems all generating free food. How do you actually combine them into a single feeding strategy? Well, the answer is way simpler than you'd think. You just have to trust your chickens. This philosophy is known as the Worthington Method, and it was Seymour's favorite. It's a complete break from worrying about precise formulas and measurements. It's all about providing a bunch of natural, healthy options and then letting the chickens' own instincts take over. They know what their bodies need way better than we do. So let's paint a picture of their new menu. You can see right away that a huge majority of their diet, this rich, living, diverse menu, is now coming directly from your own property through these 3 systems. And it's all free.
All you have to do is provide a little bit of whole grain and a protein source on the side. That's it.
So, what does this all add up to in the real world? Let's look at the actual results, because this is about so much more than just saving a few bucks. It's a complete transformation of how your homestead actually works. I mean, the contrast is it's stark. You go from a system where you're constantly pouring in money for dead, processed grain to a circular, self-sustaining system where your chickens become this incredible, productive asset that gives back way more than just eggs. And the numbers tell a pretty clear story too. Even if you have a small upfront cost for materials, you start saving money in the very first year. And from year 2 on, those savings just keep rolling in year after year after year. But really, the money is just the start. The real payoff is this amazing cascade of benefits that just ripples through your entire property. You get healthier, happier chickens, way richer eggs, unbelievable soil, and a never-ending supply of that free, magnificent compost.
And this quote from Seymour it perfectly captures the whole point. This isn't just some clever hack to save money on feed. It's a whole philosophy that puts chickens back where they belong, as a vital engine of fertility and success for the entire garden.
And that's really the question this whole system leaves you with. By rethinking how we work with our flock and putting these systems in place, we can fundamentally change the answer from a monthly bill to one of our most powerful, productive assets.